Daf Yomi, Tractate Zevachim. We're on page 84b, top of the page. We're into the first line or two. It's with the word Rabbi Yehuda, Ma'asile Mihacha. Top of 84b. Rabbi Yehuda, Ma'asile Mihacha, Mipnei Ma, Amru Lam Basar Kashe, Bedam Kashe. And as for Rabbi Yehuda, As for Yehuda, who disagrees with Rabbi Shimon and does not deem it permitted for items whose disqualification occurred in sanctity to remain on the altar, yet agrees that those items listed in the beginning of the Mishnah, such as sacrificial portions left overnight, shall not descend. He derives it from here, as there's something upright. For what reason did the sages say to us that in the case of blood left overnight, it is fit, meaning if blood of an offering had been left overnight and was then placed on the altar, it is not removed. Sheharei lan kasher be'emurin, lan be'emurin kasher, sheharei lan kasher lebasel. This is, as the halacha is, in the case of sacrificial portions, which, if they are left overnight, are fit. From where is it derived that in the case of sacrificial portions that are left overnight, they are fit? This is as the halacha is in the case of meat, which, if it is left overnight, is fit, because the meat of a peace offering may be eaten for 2 days and 1 night. From where is it derived that if an offering that emerges from the temple courtyard is then placed on the altar, it is not removed? This is derived by comparison, since an offering that leaves its area is fit in the case of an offering brought on a private altar, as the entire notion of sacrifice on such an altar is that it may be performed anywhere. From where is it derived that if an offering has become ritually impure, it is placed on the altar, it is not removed? This is derived by comparison, since it is permitted to offer an impure offering in the case of communal rites, meaning communal offerings. In cases of necessity, the communal offerings may be sacrificed even if they are ritually impure. From where is it derived that if an offering that was disqualified due to the intention of the priest, who slaughtered it to consume it beyond its designated time, pigul, was placed on the altar, is not removed? This is derived by comparison, since the sprinkling of its blood affects acceptance with regard to its status as pigul. The status of pigul takes effect only if the sacrificial rites involving that offering were otherwise performed properly. This indicates that it still has the status of an offering, so it is not removed from the altar. From where is it derived that if an offering that was disqualified due to the intention of the priest, who slaughtered it to consume it outside its designated area, was placed on the altar, it was not removed? This is derived by comparison, since it is juxtaposed to an offering that was slaughtered with intent to consume it beyond its designated time. From where is it derived that if an offering of people unfit for performing temple service collected and then sprinkled its blood was placed on the altar, it is not removed? This is derived from the halakha of these priests, who are generally disqualified because they are impure, yet who are fit to perform the communal rites, meaning to sacrifice communal offerings, in a case when all the priests or the majority of the Jewish people are impure. The Gemara questions the derivations of the Braita. But can one deduce the halakha of a matter that is not fit? Meaning, sacrificial portions that are disqualified due to having been left overnight, meaning halakha, of a matter that is fit, meaning the peace offering which is permitted for eating for 2 days and 1 night. Similarly, how can the bride derive the halakha of flesh that was removed from the temple courtyard from the halakha of a private altar, which has no halachic area surrounding it? Tana zois toiras oila. The Gemara answers the Tana relied on the verse, "Command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of the burnt offering. It is the burnt offering on the pyre upon the altar all night until the morning, and the fire of the altar shall be kept burning there." Leviticus 6:2, which amplified the application of the halacha stated in the verse, teaching that many types of disqualified offerings may be left upon the altar. The derivations written in the Braita are mere supports for those two halachot. The explanations cited in the Braita for including these disqualifications are mentioned only to clarify why Rabbi Yehuda does not exclude them based on terms this, it, and that. Amar Rabbi Yochanan neshach b'yom v'layla ifnim v'yelevachut, with regard to an offering that was slaughtered at night, which Rabbi Yehuda holds that shall descend from the altar, even if it ascended. Rabbi Yochanan says, one who slaughters a sacrificial animal one night inside the temple courtyard and then offers it up on an altar outside the temple courtyard is liable to receive karet, which is the punishment for one who sacrifices an offering outside the temple courtyard. Although one is normally liable for sacrificing an offering outside the temple courtyard only if it was fit to be offered on the altar within the temple, and an animal slaughtered at night is disqualified and shall descend from the altar according to Rabbi Yehuda.